What's going on, guys? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon NFL DFS video. This is going to be breaking down each position and the top 10 players at each position. So we've got these rankings up on the website. They normally go up on Wednesday-ish, but as you can see, it's on the screen. So we have quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, and defenses all ranked out. We have over, I want to say we have all 32 quarterbacks. Well, the main slate, or Sunday through Monday now, is 30 quarterbacks. We have all of our players ranked if we expect them projected to get fantasy points. So a lot of things to go over. We're going to go through each position. I'm going to give you the top 10 at each position. If you want to see the rest, you can click the article down below. It'll take you to the quarterback article in the description, and then you can make the chart open up and it'll go all rankings there. And if you scroll down a little bit, it'll give you spots for each other position. So definitely checking that out. Before we get started, if you guys are interested, we still have, I believe, 6 coupon codes left for getting a year pass for $49.99. Normally $349.99. If you go to fantasyteamadvisors.com/plans, you click on the year pass, use promo code 300, you're going to get $300 off and get full access to MMA, MLB, NASCAR, NBA, NFL, PGA, and sports betting on top of that right here for $300 off. So definitely check that out. If this video gets 50 likes before Sunday morning, or before kickoff at noon on Sunday, we will give you a FanDuel and DraftKings GPP lineup as well. We'll pin that in the comment section. So that being said, let's jump right into it. Now, when you watch this video, the Vegas numbers have probably changed a little bit. Those will be updated Sunday morning. Per this chart, though, this is what we're going to go with. So as you can see, our NFL Week 1 love Patrick Mahomes as he hosts Baker Mayfield and the Browns on Sunday afternoon. Looking at this, all of our rankings here. So number 1, I have Patrick Mahomes, 8,800. These are technically on, I believe, FanDuel prices, but these still go ahead with DraftKings as well. So these are just overall projections. So Patrick Mahomes, number 1 here against Cleveland. Cleveland is ranked, well, last year they were ranked 23rd. So that's really what we have to go off of right now. So these numbers will change throughout the year. The defenses, whether or not they got better or worse, these numbers will change. But this is all we have to go off right now. And I'll kind of show you that at the end when I show you the matchup tool as well. So currently Mahomes gets to go against the Browns, ranking 23rd overall last year against opposing quarterbacks. And Vegas really likes him at 29.75 fantasy points there. Number 2 is Lamar Jackson on Monday Night Football against Vegas. They rank 24th, and we know he can run and pass the ball, so that's why he's not my number 2. Josh Allen is number 3. Even when he gets tough matchups, I love him. I would not be surprised if he's part of the Millie Maker winning lineup. Honestly, I don't think he was last year at all. I'm not sure if he was in 2019. I think that changes. I definitely think he will be a part of it. I like him here. It's going to be against Pittsburgh, and they rank 3rd, so they're really good against quarterback. But yeah, that's who I've got at number 3. Number 4 is Kyler Murray. Love him here. I think this game's going to be a shootout. Going up against Tennessee. Tennessee ranks 28th against there. So I really love Kyler Murray here. Number 4. Number 5 is Jalen Hurts. He's got the weapons in the passing game. He's got running backs, he's got pass catching running backs, and he's got moves himself, so he can get you those fantasy points and runs as well. So number 5 is Jalen Hurts going up against Atlanta. Atlanta was bad overall as a defense last year. They ranked 17th against quarterback, but they didn't play many mobile quarterbacks, and Jalen Hurts didn't play the full season. It's his team now. Really like Jalen Hurts here. Number 6 is Russell Wilson going up against Indy. 13th, or Indy ranks 13th against the quarterback. I love Russell Wilson here. They added some offensive linemen that he desperately needed. He got sacked so much last year, and you can check out all the stats from last year on the matchup tool, but he got what he needed. I mean, he's got Tyler Lockett. He's got DK Metcalf. He has running backs. He can run himself. He couldn't run last year a ton because his offensive line let him get sacked so many times. It's changed. I love Russell Wilson here at number 6. Number 7 is Ryan Tannehill against Arizona. They do rank 16th against quarterbacks, but he's got the weapons as well. On top of A.J. Brown, he now has Julio. He's got Derrick Henry. And he can move a little bit. He's not going to run a ton, but I do like Ryan Tannehill here against Arizona. I think it's going to be a shootout, like I said, with Murray. He's not going to run as much as Murray, obviously, but I still like Tannehill, number 7. Number 8 is Trevor Lawrence against Houston. Now, Trevor Lawrence obviously is a rookie quarterback. We know that. It's his team. He's got James Robinson as well, who has a fantastic matchup for running backs. But Trevor Lawrence, he's a little bit cheaper on both sites. I think he's going to be probably highly owned because Houston is an absolute dumpster fire right now at quarterback, at defense, at offense. There's nothing to like about Houston. Everything to like about targeting against Houston until they prove us wrong. I mean, they lost J.J. Watt in the offseason. That's a big dude on defense that they lost. Love Trevor Lawrence here at number 8. Number 9 is Aaron Rodgers going up against New Orleans. They are the number 1 defense against quarterbacks, but it's Aaron Rodgers. It's the MVP. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's going to be playing for something more. Aaron Rodgers, number 9 against New Orleans. Book it. I love him at number 9. Number 10 is Matt Ryan. I put him at number 10 because Philly ranks 25th. I think this is going to be a shootout. We saw last year the Falcons were down all the time. Matt Ryan had to throw the ball a ton and had a ton of fantasy points as well. But that's why I've got him at number 10. I could see him at number 8, number 9 as well, but I just like the other 2 above there. So, like I said, if you click the link down below, that'll take you to the quarterbacks here, and then you can come down here and click on any of these rankings, and it'll take you to the next position here. So, looking at running backs here, we've got a great week of running backs. I know a lot of people are going to be going Derrick Henry, number 1. I love Dalvin Cook, number 1 this week. I love him against Cincinnati they go to Cincinnati on the road. The defense is 26th against running back. I absolutely love that here. So like I said, Dalvin Cook, number 1. Love this matchup for him. As long as he can stay healthy, I don't see why he doesn't score at least twice. Could be one of those 3-touch games if this is a shootout because Joe Burrow's back. Cincinnati's got some pass catchers as well. Absolutely love Dalvin Cook here. Number 1. Number 2 is Christian McCaffrey. Now, a lot of people are going to have either I think a lot of people are going to have McCaffrey, Henry, Cook in that order. I like this here. McCaffrey is that go-to back. There's a reason he is the number 1 paid running back. He was hurt last year. He screwed a lot of people last year in their drafts, taking him first overall, and barely played at all. He does get a little bit tougher matchup against the Jets. They rank 6th against running backs. But you've got to remember, Christian McCaffrey puts up wide receiver numbers on top of his running back numbers. So absolutely love McCaffrey at number 2. Number 3 is Derrick Henry against Arizona. Arizona ranked 21st last year. It's Derrick Henry. He literally can put a team on his back. He can push people like Josh Norman over. Just murder people, bulldoze them. Love Derrick Henry, number 3. Number 4 is Alvin Kamara. Going up against Green Bay, their defense is 4th. They were good against the run. We know that Kamara is also a Christian McCaffrey type where his numbers last year, I think his numbers, if I'm not mistaken, for catches were way better than what they were for his running back numbers. So with Alvin Kamara, the numbers, Green Bay's numbers against running backs, pretty good. Their defense was really good. But again, we don't know what this offense is going to be. It's the first time we haven't seen Drew Brees in years. It's Jameis Winston's team. He can run a little bit. He can pass the ball. They are without Michael Thomas. So I think they rely heavily on Alvin Kamara. If he's not going to run it, he's going to take passes here. So I do like him at number 4. Number 5 is Saquon Barkley. This one, Denver ranks 30th last year against the running back. I think that Barkley could score once or twice, but he is going to be limited on snap count. So this one might be interchangeable. I might be changing Barkley here if I update these in the next by Sunday morning. This one I'm a little bit on the fence about. I don't know how much exposure I'll have to Saquon this week in like DFS. In season long, you're obviously going to play him if you have him. This one's a little bit, I don't know all of his snap count, anything like that. So this is something I will monitor. Number 6 is Aaron Jones at New Orleans. They are really good against the running backs. We see that. I do like Aaron Jones here, though. With Jamal Williams leaving, you've got they still have AJ there, but I love Aaron Jones here. Number 6, more of a GPP pick. I don't think, if you're playing DFS, more of a GPP pick. I don't know what we'll be looking at for cash-wise. I just don't know if I trust him enough. Number 7 is Jonathan Taylor. I love Jonathan Taylor here. Going up against Seattle, they were almost middle of the pack at 13th against the running back. My one caveat, one problem is that Indy has Marlon Mack and Nyheim Hines as well. So they've got a ton of running back options. He could get vultured. He should see the bulk of the carries. My problem is if he gets vultured at the in the red zone, that will be a problem for me there. Number 8 is Joe Mixon. Honestly, I could see Joe Mixon moving up to like a number 5, interchangeable with Barkley, just because we don't know what Barkley's going to do. Joe Mixon against Minnesota. Minnesota ranks 29th against the running back, so I absolutely love Joe here. Number 9 is Clyde Edwards-Helaire going up against Cleveland. We do know that, Kansas City is more their pass-first offense. We got that. And then Mahomes can run. If his ankle's healthy, his foot is good after surgery, he's mobile. Think it could take Helaire down a little bit, but as we saw last year, Helaire is very explosive and can dominate if needed. And then number 10 is Chris Carson. Going up against Indy, ranked 14th against the running back. This one, I don't know how much. I have exposure to Carson a little bit here. I won't be overboard on ownership with Carson, but I don't mind him either. All right, so now we'll get into the wide receivers. So clearly, there's a ton of wide receivers to go over. Our list, we're only going to go, obviously, over the top 10 like we've done in the other positions, but our list has, I believe, over 100 wide receivers on it. And let me check that real quick. Yep, so I checked it. We have 130 wide receivers on this list, all projected for at least one fantasy point. Those are on our cheat sheet, which you can find. But going through this list, it's really hard to differentiate, like, number 4, number 5, stuff like that. But these are the lists that we have. And I would love to know where you guys agree or where you disagree. You can click the link down below in the description. That'll be the quarterback page. It'll take you can link off to all of these. Would love to know what your guys' lists look like compared to ours, where you think we went right, where you think we went wrong, and where we can come together in the middle. So, number 1, Tyreek Hill. I absolutely love Kansas City stack this week against Cleveland. They're middle of the pack against almost all the positions here. Love Tyreek here. Cleveland ranked last year 19th against wide receiver. Number 2 is Devontae Adams. Now, we didn't get to see a full Devontae Adams last year. Now has a matchup against New Orleans. Last year they ranked 4th against wide receivers, so it's a tougher matchup. But I will have some Adams in there, probably more GPP. I don't know if I can trust him as much in cash, but I will have in GPP there. Kind of the same thing here with Stephon Diggs. When you're building your lineups, you must stack. That is 9 times out of 10 winning the Millie Maker or just winning in general. You have to stack your quarterback, a wide receiver, and statistics show stacking a wide receiver opposite wide receiver as your quarterback in, because most likely if you have the winning quarterback wide receiver pairing, it's a high-scoring game. The other side, the wide receiver, is going to have to be in contention as well. So definitely looking at that. Think Stephon Diggs will be in there. I really like Stephon Diggs there. Number 4 is DeAndre Hopkins. I honestly went back and forth with putting him at number 2, 2 to 4 basically. Would not be surprised if he does move up in the final rankings come Sunday morning. DeAndre Hopkins, absolutely love him against Tennessee. Like I said, I'll have some Kyler Murray. I'll have some DeAndre Hopkins. Just a lot of here. And Tennessee ranks 26th against wide receiver. Now, wide receiver position now, DeAndre Hopkins had a questionable tag throughout all of preseason. Then before that, we know the whole anti-COVID vaccine stance that he had. Then he, teased, if you want to say teased, retirement with that. I think he comes out in balls here. I love him, having projected pretty high for wide receivers this week. Number 5 is Calvin Ridley. He is the wide receiver 1 now that Julio Jones is out. Gets a great matchup against Philly. They rank They rank second to last against the wide receiver in 2020. Calvin Ridley, if somehow Jalen Hurts and the Eagles go up big, I think Matt Ryan and Calvin Ridley, they're going to have to go together. And I could see double digits out of him. I could see 2+ touchdowns out of him as well. Number 6 is A.J. Brown against Arizona. Like I said, if you're going to go in this game, so say you stack Kyler Murray and you stack DeAndre Hopkins, like I said, you got to go opposite wide receiver. It'd be A.J. Brown. Julio Jones will be cheaper as well. Really love that, as Arizona ranks 24th against wide receiver. Number 7 is Justin Jefferson, coming off a massive year last year in his rookie year. Gets middle of the pack Cincinnati against wide receivers, but he is just tall and strong. Love Justin Jefferson here. Number 8 is DK Metcalf. I have exposure all over the board with him this weekend. Then you've got Tyler Lockett on the other hand, so a lot of defenses can hold down Tyler Lockett. That will free up DK here. Indy is ranked 13th, so a little bit better than middle of the pack, but still almost middle of the pack. Number 9 is Julio Jones. Like I said, I really love A.J. Brown, Julio here. If you make multiple lineups with Ryan Tannehill in Tennessee, get in Julio there. Arizona ranks 24th. And number 10 is Adam Thielen. I know a lot of people compare Adam Thielen to being like a touchdown scoring dependent tight end type, because a lot of his games last year, if he didn't score a touchdown, it was less than double digits. I completely get that, but last year was an off year. 2019, Adam Thielen has had good years. He makes my top 10 this week. Then we move to tight end. As you can see in the picture, love Travis Kelce. Like I said, I love a stack, a Kansas City stack. Now, you will have to get creative if you're going to have Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and Patrick Mahomes in a lineup. That's a ton of your salary on either site. So you're going to have to get a little creative when you're putting out your other plays. Not saying it's not possible. You'll see. When you put those 3 in there, it gets a little dicey with what your average plays are like. So you could punt your defense, so you don't have to pay up for your top defense. So that's a way to find some salary. Your flex, usually, with your flex, you would like another running back that's a RB1 that you know is going to touch the ball 20+ times. But finding those at a good price point, kind of hard to do. So, looking at that, number 1, Travis Kelce against Cleveland. They rank almost dead last against them, 29th against the tight end. Number 2 is George Kittle. Love George Kittle. Go Hawks. If he stays healthy, he's got a great matchup. Detroit was 12th against the position, but it's George Kittle. Second best tight end when healthy. Number 3 is Darren Waller. This is a Sunday or Monday night game, so you might not be playing this. But Baltimore ranks 19th against the tight end. Darren Waller is a stud, and there's not a ton of great passing options in Las Vegas this year. Number 4, flip side of that, Mark Andrews. Las Vegas is 14th against the tight end. He just got a great extension. Look for him to do some big things here. Number 5 is kind of an unknown, but Kyle Pitts against Philly. They ranked 9th overall against tight ends, but when Kyle Pitts catches the ball, just watching his pregame or his preseason games, did pretty good. So I got him at number 5. Number 6 is T.J. Hawkinson, another University of Iowa tight end here. Going up against San Francisco, so T.J. Hawkinson and Kittle are going to be facing each other. And San Francisco has a really good defense, though. That's the thing. San Francisco ranked 3rd against tight ends in 2020. We know they have the top-tier defense. If he stays healthy, though, and let's say Detroit is down a bunch, I think they throw it to TJ, and I think it'd be a good day there. Number 7, another University of Iowa tight end. Tight end U is basically what it's called. You got Noah Fant there against the Giants. They rank 17th against tight ends. Love Noah Fant here if he can stay healthy this year as well. Number 8 is Robert Tonyan. Now, a lot of people are high on him because he had a massive year last year. I don't think he's going to repeat that. He could, though, if we get another Aaron Rodgers MVP year. But again, Aaron Rodgers and Packers brought in Randall Cobb, so Devontae Adams is healthy. So when you've got a healthy Adams, if you've got another Randall Cobb, another wide receiver there, you got Lazard, you've got Marquez Valdez-Scantling. You've got a ton of options there. I think a lot of Tonyan last year was just lack of options. So this one's a little bit iffy. They do rank facing New Orleans. They rank number 1 against the tight end. So more of a GPP only play here. Number 9 is Tyler Higbee. Had a very down year last year. 2 years ago, I believe he was on my championship winning season long league, and he was great. Now he become new quarterback. Matt Stafford gets a matchup against Chicago. They ranked 28th against the tight end last year, so I really do like Higbee here. And then number 10 is Dallas Goedert. Going up against Atlanta, so Zach Ertz is in the picture, but it looks like it's Dallas Goedert's team here. So if they go up big, I think Goedert's part of that. Atlanta last year was number 5 against tight ends, so that is kind of why Goedert's more of a GPP pick in this week. Then that finally brings us to our defensive rankings of the week. You can clearly see I love these uniforms. A lot of people don't. Do you like these? Let me know down below if you like these uniforms. But just looking at this, the Rams, I love their matchup here. The Rams going up against Chicago. Chicago, middle of the pack there against defenses, so pretty good. 49ers against Detroit. Detroit was not good last year at all. Number 3 is the Bills against Pittsburgh. Number 4 is the Panthers versus the Jets. Just don't know what we're going to get out of Zach Wilson here. So the Panthers could be a sneakier option. Definitely check that out. Number 5 is Denver against the Giants. The Giants were bad last year. We know this. Problem is, I kind of would like this game a little bit more if it were in Denver, just with the altitude and everything. But we'll take what we can get. Number 6 is the Green Bay Packers against the Saints. Now, this number's skewed here because it shows the Saints were 6th against defenses last year. Problem with that was Drew Brees. That was not Jameis Winston. There's a little bit of Taysom Hill as well. We know Jameis can throw 5 touchdowns a game, but he can also throw 5 interceptions. So definitely looking at the Packers to at least get a couple turnovers, hopefully a couple pick sixes here if we use them as our defense. Number 7 is the Ravens versus the Raiders. Number 8 is the Chargers against Washington and Ryan Fitzpatrick. Will we get Fitzpatrick or will we get Fitzmagic? Don't really know. We got number 9, the Seahawks versus Indy. Carson Wentz is there. He hurt his ankle, had surgery, was going to be out. Now he's back. We don't know what we're going to get out of him there. And then number 10, the Patriots versus the Dolphins, who ranked 20th against opposing defenses last year. So those are just some of the rankings. Obviously, we have 30. Our defenses have 30. Our tight ends, I can't remember how many we have there. Like I said, with wide receivers, over 120. We have 130 there. So a lot of things going on. So On top of that, we have the matchup tool. And if you have not taken advantage of this matchup tool, it's not going to fit on the screen. To make it big enough for you guys to kind of see on the screen, you don't even get to see half of it. I have a video explaining exactly how to read this, but basically these are the defenses and the passing stats they gave up to quarterbacks, and it goes down to wide receiver, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. But these are the stats that the defenses gave up to the opposing quarterbacks last year: rushing, fantasy points per game, and the ones to target. You can even toggle whichever you're playing, DraftKings, FanDuel, just regular fantasy. You can toggle it and find out what we're looking for there. This is very helpful. This is on the website under the NFL tab. It's the matchup tool. Check that out as well. And our NFL bets this week. This is part of the premium package, but I'm going to give it to you guys for free if you've stuck around this long. So congratulations. Let's see. So far we're 3-0 this week. Let's see. Thursday Night Football, we took Dallas +9. We took Amari Cooper touchdown and Dak to throw over 275 yards. He threw over 400 yards. Now, I did take this as a parlay, and I did add Antonio Brown into it for a touchdown, and it was +1,900, and we hit that pretty early on. I had everything up until Dak had 225 yards at halftime. So Antonio Brown had already caught a touchdown. So I added this and CeeDee Lamb to be an anytime touchdown scorer as well. So really big things. Couple more bets that I like: Philly at Atlanta over 48, Green Bay -4, Mini and Cincy over 48, San Francisco -7.5, and Arizona Tennessee to go over 52. So those are just some of these. This will be part of the premium content starting week 2. I just want to show you what we've got there. I was thinking about doing college football as well, and MLB and NBA, but if that's not something you guys are interested in, I won't do it. But NFL is big, and we're back. They're giving a lot of promos right now. You can actually use our DraftKings Sportsbook link. You can sign up. You can sign up and get a free bonus bet. So if you deposit $100, you're going to get a free $100 bet as well. So I will add this DraftKings link down below, and you can check that out. That's all I've got, guys. Thank you for checking this video out. I know it's a little bit longer than probably expected. Obviously, I had a wardrobe change because there's about 5 hours in between 5 hours in between running backs and wide receivers, but we are back and hopefully better than ever. So definitely check us out. Good luck this week. Let me know, again, your rankings, where they differ from where ours are. And let's bring them some bacon together, guys. Peace.